But joining us now to break down some of these previous speeches is historian Doug Wead. Nice to see you this morning, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, good to see you, Abby, Pete, Clayton.
Nice to see you as well. Set the context here. I like what you say in your notes. You say that it has been a graveyard. The Middle East has been a graveyard for American statesmen who've gone there trying to think that they can solve the world's problems. Explain that before we get into some of these sound bites from history.
Yeah, it's been disastrous. I mean, the Iraq War has been disastrous, and then here came Obama with so much hope, and his language really resonated in New York City, but it didn't work in the Middle East. We lost Egypt, which was at the cornerstone of peace there. All of North Africa now is just totally in anarchy. There are breeding grounds for terrorism. We've seen genocide of Christianity, women subjected. Things only go from bad to worse in the Middle East.
Well, Doug, one of the things you referred to there is Middle East peace. And former President Jimmy Carter was in Jerusalem in 1979 giving a speech about that. We'll take a listen.
We have not yet fully met our challenge. Despite our unflagging determination, despite the extraordinary progress of the past 6 months, we still fall short. The people of the two nations are ready now for peace.
And there was some level of progress with Egypt.
Yes, there was. You know, it's very controversial, and a lot of Israel didn't like a lot of the decisions and statements that were made by Jimmy Carter, but it did give us that peace with Egypt, and that was the cornerstone. At least Israel in Egypt had that peace for a long time till it all blew up in smoke recently under Obama. So you got to give Carter credit for that.
All right, well, Bill Clinton as well gave a speech to Parliament of Jordan back in 1994. Take a listen.
You made a bold choice. You rejected the dark forces of terror and extremism. You embraced the bright promise of tolerance and moderation. You spurned those who would drag you back into the hostile past. You chose instead a future of opportunity and tranquility for your children.
So that success was brief.
It was brief, and you know, all through the Clinton controversies, people said, well, his personal life doesn't affect his presidency. Well, it did in the Middle East, because when those lurid headlines showed in the Middle East, America was the great Satan. Unfortunately, embarrassingly, pornography is one of America's greatest exports in the world. Then when you had these events occurring on the front pages, it was tough. But Clinton went into the Middle East through King Hussein and Jordan, and that's the key. This is the magic kingdom. It's not in Orlando, it's not in Anaheim, it's Jordan, and it's King Abdullah.
Let's talk about Egypt. Barack Obama there at the speech famously at Cairo University in 2009. Let's listen to this and wrap this up. Take a listen.
I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world. One based on mutual interest and mutual respect. And one based upon the truth that America and Islam are not exclusive and need not be in competition.
Doug? Oh, we have Doug's mic.
Disastrous. It was absolutely disastrous.
Certainly part of the centerpiece of the apology tour, for sure. Well, Doug Wead, thanks for taking us in your time machine there as we look forward to the speech from President Trump.
So interesting, Doug. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you.
All right, well, the president, of course, is